Back here at Dorn Park today for today's pregame edition of Tomahawk Talk. Last night, didn't get to film our normal postgame show. A bunch of rain came down at Chatham, but before that, the Bravos did get the win over the Anglers, looking for another one here against the Commodores today. I'm Allie Navarrete alongside Cam Manna and Matt Scalzo as always. And Cam, since we didn't get to do postgame Tomahawk Talk last night, tell everyone what went down in Chatham.
Well, what happened last night was what we talked about during the pregame Tomahawk Talk, and it was a balanced lineup and good starting pitching. Dalton Pence started the game very well, but he got to start with Bourne getting 2 runs in that top half of the first inning because top to bottom, that Bourne lineup. Bryce Eblin continues to hit 11 games on his hit streak, had 3 last night. We saw New Contreras towards the bottom of the lineup, and Gage Harrelson had a very good night. He was Allie's player of the game. So it was a big win for the Braves. Had some resilience of late. Jonathan Vastine came up big with his only hit to give Bourne the go-ahead and to win that game 9-7. So it was Bourne in full command. Chatham came all the way back, but Bourne stayed in front, and that was their formula to win. Balanced hitting and good starting pitching from Dalton Pence.
And last night we said it in pregame Tomahawk Talk, win and you're in. So the Bravos did clinch their playoff spot last night, but taking on a very hot West Division team here, the Commodores. And Matt, last time against the Doors did not go well for the Bravos.
Yeah, Bourne wants to wipe that game from their memory. It was the last game before the All-Star break, and it was a 13-3 win in favor of Falmouth at Gov Fuller Field. Just a tough game all around. Pitching wasn't great. Hitting couldn't get going. And Falmouth, they're red hot. They're one of the best teams on the Cape as it stands right now. And recently, even coming after the All-Star break, they've lost just one game. That was to Orleans, and they lost in that one 13-3. But their offense is firing on all cylinders right now. A walk-off win last night against Wareham. The day prior, they beat Katuitt 27-2. So it's a scary sight to see them come in. They're starting to find their groove. They've had players come back, like Michael Eze's back from the beginning of the season. He's back and producing once again that lineup with Travis Bazzana, who's just tearing the cover off the baseball.
Meanwhile, for the Bravos, on the mound will be Ryan Fisher making his final start as a Bravo this summer. Cam, what can we expect from Fish today?
Well, he's given quality starts to the Braves. His last 2 starts has gone a total of 10 innings, not allowing too many runs. The strikeout numbers the last 2 starts have not been there, but what he's shown is he pitches for strikes, does not walk a lot of guys, and lets the Bourne defense that's been very reliable so far this season back him up. And for Fisher as a whole, outside of the pitching, he's a guy that this whole dugout, this whole organization loves to have around, a returner to this team, so it's going to be sad to see Ryan go. But his last start here at home, a Sunday against Falmouth, he's looking to keep it going.
Meanwhile, Matt, anything in the Bourne lineup that you're looking for today?
It's like Cam said, in that same vein of having a balanced lineup last night. I see a bit more balance in this lineup as well. Bryce Eblin's batting 5th, and off the eye, that probably seems a bit awkward for, like Cam said, 11-game hitting streak. 6 of those are multi-hit games, but it gives you bounce throughout that order. If you're able to get runners on early in the first, you have a guy like Bryce coming up in a big 2-out spot to give yourself an early lead. You feel a lot more confident with that, and so there's just bounce throughout the order from top to bottom, and that's what you get with shifting a guy down a little bit, is it gives you a bit more confidence in the middle part of your order to hand it off to the back end and then file it back up to the top of the order.
Meanwhile, like I said, the Bravos have already clinched their playoff spot, so have the Doors. But Cam, talk about these standings right now and some things that could potentially shake out.
Well, we talked about how that first and second spot for Hyannis and Katuitt, that's really going to stay put. Maybe a swap if Hyannis can get hot with Katuitt. And then the only thing that could change in the 3-4 is Falmouth and Bourne. So we know who's going to be 3-4. We know who's going to be 1-2. There could be some flip-flopping. But for Bourne right now, all they can worry about is if they stay in that 4 spot, they want to get hot going into the playoffs. And Scott Landers has talked about it. You want to be playing your best baseball heading into the playoffs. So right now for Bourne, even though they've already clinched, it's time for them to get hot and be playing their best baseball when we enter the middle half of next week.
Bravos looking for a win over Falmouth tonight here at Dorn Park. First pitch at 6. Here pregame at Dorn Park with Jonathan Bastine and Bryce Eblin of Vanderbilt and Alabama. You guys had back-to-back hits last night that got us the win. Jonathan, you went up there first. What was going through your mind there in the top of the 9th when we needed to get that win back?
I was just trying to put a team at bat together, pass the torch to the next person. I was just trying to put something together, score a run, and give us a chance to win the ball game. And then Ebbs came up right behind me. He's a hot bat, so I trusted him to do something right after me.
And Bryce, you were able to do that. How'd that feel?
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, especially in the field, I kind of had a rough day. I botched a ground ball, and, partly it was kind of my fault for them, coming back. And, that's why, we're a team. And for Vastine to get that big hit, and I really appreciate it, and he picked me up. And that's what brothers are for. And, just to be able to, getting that bat after him, it kind of fired me up. And, I had to prove, that, in the toughest situations that, after making an error, coming back, trying to get a big hit, and ended up working out and got the win.
You guys also clinched a playoff spot last night. How excited are you to play in the playoffs here in the Cape League?
Beyond excited. get to start the chance to go back-to-back is unreal. I don't know many teams that have been able to do that, and so for us to write our name in history, each one of us, we've worked hard all summer, so to etch our name in history for the rest of the Cape Cod League is an honor.
Yeah, no, I mean, Vastine would always say, turn the page, because we'd always talk about last year, but, he's right, and, just to be able to, go back-to-back would be absolutely awesome, and, I think we deserve it. I think, there's a lot of games that didn't go our way, but, we keep fighting, and, all it takes is one win, and we got that one win last night, and, hopefully we keep a streak going.
I was going to say, Bryce, you were here in 2022. You know what goes into winning a championship. What have you told Vastine and the other teammates about what you guys got to do in this final stretch?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really nothing that they don't know. I mean, we're all part of, really good colleges and some really good teams. And, I think the biggest thing is, coming together as a team and really just kind of putting together really good at-bats. And, that's what matters. And, if you want to play baseball, you go out there and you give 110%. And if you don't, then, you don't play. So, this team, everyone wants to play. And I'm really blessed to be a part of this team. And it's going to be really exciting going on.
I know you guys also pride yourselves on a lot of hard work. You get to the field early. What went into making that decision to come even earlier for early work and really put in the work with this ball club this summer?
Me and Ebbs calls me every single night after the game, like an hour later. We're always right after the shower. We kind of talk about the rest of the day. We talked about the day prior, and, we kind of reflect on what we could have done better, et cetera. And, one day, we were both just not really on the barrel as much as we wanted, and we noticed that the offense wasn't doing as much as we know we all could do, and the pitching staff was kind of carrying us. So, we decided one day to send a text in the group me saying, hey, we're going to get there even earlier than normal. And from then on, everyone just started showing up extremely early, ready to work. And, it's starting to show with our offense clicking on all cylinders, and it's all about who gets hot at the right time.
And defensively, you guys are really clicking, especially when you're both out there in the middle infield. You guys also said you have the best bromance on the team. The whole team agreed. What goes into making you guys click and connect on defense, and what's your relationship been like all summer long?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love Vastine, and we're going to be brothers forever, and, that's what baseball's about. You come play summer ball, and, you meet new people, and I'm glad I, ran into Vastine, and, yeah, I mean, we love playing baseball, and I think that's what really kind of, connects us, because, we love being here early and getting our work done, and, it's baseball. Like, nothing's changed when we were 8 years old, and we're going out there having fun, and we just take that on and going forward.
I think the big thing is we both have a bunch of humility with each other. We don't take ourselves too seriously. This is, at the end of the day, this is a kid's game, and hopefully one day every one of us gets to be at each other's weddings and spend time with each other and stay as connected as possible. And I think Ebbs is one of those people that will be continuing the rest of my career and the rest of my life going forward. But to be able just to have a bunch of humility with each other and to understand, like, we're human, we make errors, we strike out, but to laugh about it and know that, we have 8 other guys behind us that are going to be able to perform, that's what puts all of us together.
Big matchup here tonight, Falmouth, but one of the best teams in the West. You guys have clinched that playoff spot, but still looking for the win here tonight. What goes into making that happen?
Yeah, I think, again, it just, comes back to, putting good at-bats together and, playing a really solidified game. And I think, just making the routine plays, helping our pitchers. And, I think, today I think we're going to have to really work on the bases. And, I think that's what, we can probably improve on. And, I think we're doing a really good job at it right now. And I'm excited to, play Falmouth and hopefully get the win.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.